Well, howdy there. I just wanted to sit in my car and tell y'all a little story about a new app for portable ham radio called PoLo. Stands for Portable Logger. We're going to talk about it right now on Ham Radio Tube. So what is PoLo, you might be asking? Well, PoLo is a new program developed by one KI2D Sebastian, and it's just in beta testing right now. Somebody emailed me about it a month or two ago, and I downloaded it, and I haven't done much with it. But then I watched Kyle AA0Z's video talking about it, and it rekindled my interest in it. And it's actually pretty cool. So if we open up the app here, go to PoLo, do that again. So you see this little guy here, and then you're presented with this screen. Now, initially there's blank, so I'm just gonna hit new operation there. And initially it'll ask you to put in your call sign, which I've already done. So let's say, so right now I'm at Huntsville State Park, which is US 3019. So I'm gonna go up to this info tab at the top right, and I'm going to do location. Right now it doesn't know where I am, but I can hit where it says current location EM20 FP, hit that, and well, I guess I'm there because I already did that. But it's going to automatically get your grid square there. Now under activities, I can go add an activity, and I'm going to hit parks on the air. Now watch this. By GPS, it knows, or through grid squares, I don't know how it's doing it, but it knows that 1 mile away, which is wherever they have the pin dropped for Huntsville State Park, I'm there. So I'm just going to hit the plus, but also Sam Houston National Forest Wildlife Management Area and Sam Houston National Forest are like a half mile away, even though it says 11 and 12 miles away. It's a huge park. So I can actually hit plus for both of those. Let's do that. Hit plus for Sam Houston National Wildlife Management Area and Sam Houston National Forest. Now that has me hit the back button. And if we see at the top, Kate, I'm already at US 10509 and US 4417. So if I'm going to do a twofer, I can just put those parks in there and it's done. And I like how it has both of them up there, kind of in the old format of how we would email our logs to our section managers before we were able to import our own logs. If we want to delete this operation, under this info tab, we can see where it says delete operation, and there's also where we would export our log files. And presumably, if we're doing a twofer and we export our log files, it's going to automatically export both log files, so we don't have to duplicate anything. So that's a really nice touch. Here we have a map. It shows me where I am. I don't know yet if it's going to actually show us a QSO map. I'm going to get on the air a little bit and kind of use this because I haven't really actually used it in the field, but I wanted to show this to you. So now we're under the 0 QSOs. Actually, let's go back. I'm going to hit the X, and I'm going to hit the gear at the top, and there's where, like at the top, the very top under operator call sign, you can edit that. You can go to general settings, check out your themes, metric or imperial, keep device awake, use compact file names, all, you know, whatever you want to do there. All kinds of settings in there, data settings, whatever all that stuff means, country files, ham2ks, hams of note, POTA. We can refresh the database, so maybe if new parks are added, we can just automatically do that instead of having to wait for an update. So that's actually really cool right there. Fantastic. App features, so location-based activities, custom activity, POTA, SOTA, flora, fauna, field day, solar eclipse QSO party, winter field day. So all kinds of stuff in here, but let's get to the meat and potatoes, which is the actual log. So I'm gonna go, I wish there was a way to delete it on this home screen, but I'm going to delete these really quick. You go under info, and I'm going to delete that operation. And I'm going to delete this one here, info, delete operation, because I'm in Huntsville State Park. So let's go to new operation, info, parks on the air, Huntsville State Park, hit back, location. I wish it would give a grid square. Maybe it's not important to give a grid square, or maybe it's better to do the grid square this way. Based on your actual location, because some parks are ginormous, so whatever, little detail. And then we can go under QSOs, and so we get kind of this main screen here. This is it. This is the log. So I'm going to hit where it says band question mark, and I'm going to type in a frequency. I'm just going to hit 14,300. Why not? This keyboard, the numbers on this, at least on an iOS device, I wish was a little bit more responsive. I find I have to hit them a couple times for it to actually work, so that's something I might like to see improved there. But if we see we can scroll on this right here, and so the top left, we've got Zulu time, we've got our frequency, we've got park to park, we'll get that in a second. What does this gear do? Not much. This is a really cool thing, this spotting right here. So if I'm at a park, I can spot directly from this app. So let's just put test and hit spot. Right now, I'm spotted on the POTA page. Maybe it takes a second. So let's go over to the POTA page here. Where is it? Right there. Let me hit refresh. And there I am spotted. I just hit test on 14,300 because why not? So that is freaking awesome. You don't ever have to leave this app to spot yourself. That's an awesome feature right there. So as far as actually using this app under their call, you put in their call sign. So let's just say, let's pick on Mike, W8MSC. And look at that. It puts POTA Development Volunteer. How cool is that? So let's get him. Let's get W3AAX, Jason, POTA founder. Let's go W8TAM, Tom, POTA founder. Whiskey Tango 8 Juliet, Tom's wife, should be in there as a POTA founder. I'm pretty sure she is, but if not, hi Julie. But check this out. This is cool. So let's type in KC5HWB. Look at that. Jason, Ham Radio 2.0. Let's type in K8MRD. Look at that. Mike, Ham Radio Tube. Let's click on that. It brings us to my YouTube page. How sweet is that? So let's put that in there. Let's go KI6NAZ, Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course. But let's try this. KG5AHJ, Tank Radio. Look at, he's not in there. Maybe Sebastian doesn't want Frank breaking his app like he broke my Windows computer. So we'll get rid of Frank. But that's cool. So check this out. So now let's say we need to edit a call. So let's see, W3AAX. Let's touch on him. See how everything just turned blue? So here we can edit. Maybe we screwed up the call sign. We can just edit, delete it right there, whatever. Or if we just delete the call sign, we can hit the garbage can. And we can hit the save button, and there it goes. And then it's back to kind of that orange color there. So very, very easy to edit things. I assume as you're scrolling down and you have a bigger list, that might be a challenge. But I mean, generally, it should just be like whoever's on the bottom there. So let's go W8ZZ. Whoops. See that? The numbers are getting me every time. W8ZZ. Okay, so it automatically scrolls up. Let's just put KG5AHJ in there anyway. Get him. Okay. So the newest contact is always right above kind of this little slide thing here. So that's fantastic. Love that. Somewhere, let's go, I think it's back under settings here. Here's this QRZ thing. So I can put in my credentials here. Should be logged in, but it doesn't pull from QRZ. I think you need to have the paid version of that. But it'd be nice to see like KI6NAZ. It has Josh there because it knows who he is, but when we go back to WT8J, that's Julie. All right, now it's got her number. Now it's got her name. Where's Frank? KG5AHJ. Yeah, see, okay, now it's got Frank in there. Okay, maybe I'm just talking out of my butt. Oh, and it got him as Texas. So let's see, who's another call? AE4MQ. Oh, and it got him, Matt. Okay. So it is pulling from QRZ. Fantastic, because I like to see like the name and the state and all that stuff. So that's freaking cool. So just kind of a brief overview of this. I haven't really used it, so I'm going to get on the air, try and make some contacts, see if there's any bugs or anything I can find just in terms of like user interface or any lagging or anything. So I'm going to do that, and when I'm done, I'll report back with my findings. How about that? All right, after action report here. I got 42 QSOs in about 25 minutes. It's been a few minutes since I've been on the air. One really cool thing that I like about this, if you look at the bottom left of the screen, there's this little clock. It says 42 QSOs in the last 46 minutes, which, again, it's been a little bit since I got off the air, but 80 QSOs an hour for the last 10. So what this is doing is it's calculating how fast you're actually making QSOs. I was up to like 116 or something an hour, so you can know how fast you're going. That is really cool. Another thing I didn't show you earlier was this park to park button. What do you do if you get a park to park? So let's say we got AA0Z. We're going to pick on him, and we're just going to click park to park, and let's say he's in 0001. Notice I didn't have to type in US. That's really cool. Now what if he's in a twofer? I'm just going to hit a space. Let's just say he's in 0002, and done, hit send. See, here's an issue. Sometimes you can hit send, sometimes you got to hit the little up arrow next to the state box there. So that's kind of weird, but there he is, AA0Z. You can see there's there's two trees next to his name, and here you can see I worked a few park to parks. There's VA5 Mud at a single tree. I worked another twofer, AE7RM. There's two trees next to him, so you know he was at a twofer. Everything worked as it should. I logged into QRZ, it pulled their info, their name, their state, all that stuff, and I'm not even a paid member of QRZ, so the database is working. That's awesome. The spotting worked fantastic, and in fact, one thing, let's go to spots, because I forgot to show you. Here we can see, we can select any band and any mode. So let's say I want to find people who are just on 20-meter phone right there, right? So here we can see, here's all the people who are currently spotted on 20-meter phones. So let's go KY4GJ, sure. Puts in their pertinent information. You got the state, you got the park number there. If we slide over here, there's the park to park. You can see that right there. Just touch the P2P again to get rid of that. Hit send. See, now you hit send and it works. So that's kind of a thing right there. And then maybe we didn't work these guys, so we can hit delete and delete again, get rid of them, hit delete, delete again. So it's actually really easy to use. I wish this little slider thing here were a bit more compressed. The park to park is covered up. I can still touch it, but maybe that's just my OCD. Map, let's check this out. We actually do get a map, so that's awesome. So you can also put it into landscape mode, which is really cool if you want to embiggen it that way. I wish we could get rid of the top stuff there and just have just the map and get rid of the tabs where it says QSO, spot, map, info, that kind of thing. But then I can just take a screenshot like that, and then I can flash this up on the screen here so you can see all the spots that or the contacts that I made. So that's really cool. And then we can go over to info now that I'm done, and I can just hit export log file, and I use a Mac, so I can just airdrop it to myself, or you can email it to yourself. You can, however you get files to yourself, and there it is, and I can upload it to the POTA and my logging software and all that stuff. So this is freaking awesome. I had no issues with it. It didn't lag at all. It just worked. It did the thing. And I'm going to give it the K8MRD seal of approval. I'll leave links in the description if you want to download this. If you're on iOS, you do have to download iOS's Test Flight app, which allows kind of non-authorized apps or apps that are in development to allow you to download them into Apple's sealed wall of exclusivity, if it will. There is an Android version as well. I don't know anything about Android, so you guys are on your own, but it's very, very easy. Everything's in the Discord, and the instructions are stupid easy. So, Sebastian, thanks for making this app. This is really cool. Really, my only gripe is the numbers above the keyboard. I wish they were bigger. Yeah, I did find I struggled a little bit to just hit those numbers. There's a really small spot where it actually senses you are. I wish they were a little bit lower, just right on top of the keyboard as well. But I mean, I'm just nitpicking at this point. It worked flawlessly. So that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Mike, K8MRD, and this is Ham Radio Tube 73, y'all.